Hello, and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming. This Final Fantasy VII Remake video will cover Chapter 4 of the game. This chapter is a short linear chapter with a motorbike sequence and a first use of your summon materia. If you want to get a trophy, you must have about 80% health left at the end of the motorbike sequence. And Jessie will give you a kiss and you will unlock the trophy. It's best to play on easy as there are some avoidable attacks from the boss. The first enemies you will face will carry guns, and they mostly target the other bike, so stay back, watch where they are firing, and go to the opposite side, and press either square to attack on the right, or circle to attack on the left. So if you come up on the right side of an enemy, you would press circle. 3 quick attacks will knock a bike off. Sometimes they will turn backwards and aim at you. When they do, strafe hard left or right to avoid their fire. Press R2 to catch up to enemies that are ahead of you. You can also do special attacks or long range attacks by watching your spinning slash bar at the bottom left. When it fills up, which it does automatically, you just have to wait. You can either press triangle to do the spinning slash bar when you are very close to an enemy, or you hold L1 and press triangle to do a long range attack. This is very handy against the boss. Don't bother with the jumps and try not to stay in the middle, as sometimes there will be a wall which will split the road that appears in the middle. The second type of enemies you will face will throw grenades, so watch for their hands when they take the glowing grenade out, and avoid where they throw the grenades. They also have guns like the first type of enemies.
Not much of a challenge, huh?
The third type of enemies you will face are small robot drones. Occasionally they will shield themselves. Do not attack them in this state, or you will lose health. They will also lock on you with a long range attack. As soon as you see the red target on you, do a hard left or right to avoid the missile.
The man's unstoppable! Feeling good back here.
station?
No, head straight for the warehouse. Aww. Our magical ride is almost at an end.
Why are you talking like we're not here?
Because you're not.
Clearly we are. Not over yet. Cloud! Little help! We should keep our distance to be safe, yeah?
I am loving this!
Time's up. Break off before he shows.
What's going on?
The final enemy is a boss. You will only face the boss, and you want to do as many long range attacks as you can when they show, as the boss is fast and is always speeding ahead, and when you catch up, try to do as much sword slashes as you can. His main attack to start with is he will do 5 sword slashes that you have to avoid. He will spin his bike when he's going to do the move. It's best to be on the very left or right, and then go to the opposite direction to avoid the slashes, or move very fast to the left and right and back again. He will melee you with his sword if you are close, but you are faster, so do as many attacks as you can. He can do some type of electric attack as well when close. When he's lost about 75% of his health, he will drive on the walls and start doing small lightning attacks that you will have to avoid, so stray from left to right while doing long range attacks.
Yes, this is the contest I've been waiting for! Release your emotions! Bear your heart to the world! Good one!
What is he up to now?
Same shit. Being a dumbass.
Not bad! You have promise and an abiding affection for your mount. But one cannot simply ride one's bike. What then? One must unlock its true potential. Become one with the machine. Like this! Save me! Wonderful gift you've given to me!
You passed the test.
What?
The next objective is to go to Jessie's house, and then go in the house through the back to get a key card. It's very linear.
The residential area is just beyond this gate. Mind doing the honors? You've got an arm on you. Figures. Still leaves the lights on every night. For the girl who only comes home once every other blue moon. Mom's an old-fashioned type like that.
Think she'll make us pizza? Her Midgar special?
She's quite the cook. Quick to whip up finger-licking food, even if you drop by in the dead of night.
And she loves guests who ask for seconds or thirds. Okay, let's head in. Cloud, you know what to do. Why don't you wait around the corner over there?
Okay.
It's a shame you won't get to try the Midgar special. You would have really liked it.
Sorry about dropping in.
Yeah, like a dog.
Now that is a damn good pie.
Careful, it's hot.
This is amazing.
Mission accomplished.
The next objective is to cause a ruckus as a distraction. Follow Biggs and Wedge until you get to the rest point.
She was doing a show with the gold saucer. What do you care?
No, I want to hear it.
Jessie always wanted to be an actress. Worked her ass off for years. Until finally she caught a break. Top billing. Parents were thrilled. And then, right before opening night,
Her dad had an accident.
collapsed from overwork.
So if we don't shut down the reactors soon,
You'll get caught up in the flow and poof. What's so funny?
Just that I understand how you feel. Unlike most of the time.
I see.
It's the lot Jessie was talking about. We rendezvous here when we've got what we came for.
Gotta stay hidden. Wait for the signal.
it's so quiet.
Don't see anyone. What the hell happened?
Hey man, the plaza's that way. Warehouses are further in. Jessie's supposed to be circling around from the back, right?
By the rest point is a vending machine. You can buy some items if you need it, and then around the corner to the right is a chest containing 2 high potions. Before you talk to Biggs and Wedge to continue the main quest, you can go down the stairs to a training area. Destroy 3 easy sentry guns to get some bonus gil. After you finish talking to them twice, and they do mention to use your new summon materia. Summon materia goes in a special weapon slot and is separate from all the other materia. Go ahead and equip Ifrit.
Should be easy. It's over. Bring it. That's that. Not bad.
Once you are ready, follow the other 2 through the big door, and you will enter in a big battle with various enemies. It starts with very weak basic security, then grenadiers will turn up. Make sure you use potions or cure at any point, and by this point my fire materia has gone to the next level, so I can use Fire, which is a more powerful version of the fire spell. It uses more MP, and you select it by going right when you highlight the fire spell, and if enemies are near when you cast fire, they can get fire damage as well. Most of the enemies you face are weak to fire. It's the best spell to use. Use your special attacks when you stagger enemies, and your limit break when it's ready.
Unauthorized entry in 7-6 annex. All units, proceed to location and secure. Unauthorized entry in 7-6 annex. Unauthorized entry in 7-6 annex. Hostile numbers confirmed. Threat minimal. Engage and pursue. Repeat.
Need a light.
What is this shit?
Enough.
You will get a cutscene of 2 turret guns and you won't be able to attack them. They will fire at you, so make sure you avoid the AoE attacks. Each group of enemies you defeat, Biggs and Wedge will take care of one of the turrets. So defeat the enemies as quick as you can. The enemies will be elite security, riot soldiers with the big shields and shock troopers. Use Vira on the riot soldiers. After both turrets are down, then you will be facing a bunch of guard dogs. Most will be chasing after Wedge.
Burn. Let's finish this.
And down she goes!
You're done. All right. You're mine. Now you're in for it.
Come and get him!
That'll do. You're done. Let's get this over with.
Don't eat me! Please don't eat me!
You're out of luck. Let's do this.
Don't
Go all
fail
out.
me now! Everything's spinning.
You're done.
The next phase of the distraction is you will have to face 2 sweepers and your summon meter will be active. Summon materia won't be active all the time, but it will when it senses the odds are not in your favour. Battle like normal, attack from the side, and when you're able to summon Ifrit, do so, and like other AI party members, you don't control the actions, but you can activate their special moves by using your action points, so keep an eye on when you can do that.
You're up. You're mine. Enough.
The final phase of the distraction, Rose turns up to face you in a one-on-one battle. This takes place in a smaller area, and the first phase of the fight, go into Punisher mode and hold R1, and you will deflect and do a counter-attack. When you get another cutscene, it will be the second and last phase of the fight. Rose will do a running slash constantly, and don't block as I did, roll out of the way of this move, and a special attack, and use Fire when you can.
I told you we were gonna push it past the red line! Open up the drum!
Here we go.
Sorry, company! Move!
Calling fire.
In the blink of an eye! Open up the throttle!
Anytime.
Enjoying yourself? Sorry, company!
Time to burn. No more playing nice.
Follow Biggs that leads to Jessie and then go back to the slums and stay at your apartment. It's all linear and you just follow the Avalanche members.
So, are we not gonna wait for Wedge?
If we stuck around or went back, he'd only get upset.
Why is that?
Soldier wouldn't understand. I'll tell him you were worried about him, though. Who knows?
Many of our citizens have already been disturbed by the alarm. Squad A will set up here and search for suspects. B will establish a perimeter, roadblocks included. Contain the situation.
You made.
So, how do we get back to the slums?
With a little trick I've been dying to try out.
Coincidence?
All residents are to return to their homes and remain indoors until further notice. I repeat, for your safety, go home.
I heard someone say it was an attack.
Hey, it was those terrorists, right? There has been no attack. For your safety, please go home and remain indoors until further notice. An emergency has been declared. All civilians are to remain indoors. Your cooperation is appreciated.
Right, this is it. Through here and we're home free.
Where exactly are we going?
When we get there, you'll know. Now that I've got my blasting agent, we should have everything we need for our next mission.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, me too. For your dad's sake.
Hey, what the hell, man?
Huh?
Cloud was just saying how he hopes to come back and try the Midgard special next time.
Really, huh? Cloud said that?
Sure did. Wants a whole pie to himself. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Really? Well, okay then. Maybe I'll lend Mom a hand next time too.
That'd be...
When you head down these stairs, it will come up as the Sector 7 plate edge. Head left to find a revival materia. This is a good materia as it lets you resurrect KO'd members. After that, continue on the linear path. After Wedge departs, go back to Jessie's apartment and she will give you the barrier materia. This materia provides defensive spells. The first, barrier, halves physical attacks. It does not matter what you choose to say to Jessie.
Made it back safe?
I guess.
Cool if we check on them? We'll pass by their places anyway.
Sure.
You saw it too, right? Over Scrap Boulevard.
Think we'll have to fight Avalanche one of these days.
Me wanting to leave Midgard didn't go over so well.
Word is, former
Scares me to death thinking there might be more to come.
You know about the secret reactor jobs? Even people from the underside.
I'm gonna try to find some live-in work.
Aw, I missed you too. Oh, big happy so tough.
You know about the secret reactor jobs?
No promises, but I'll think it over.
I stayed up all night thinking about the reactor bombing.
The trains are running tomorrow.
Me wanting to leave Midgard.
Compared to what it used to be, this place is paradise now.
Let's head for the boss.
After your rest, you will finally get to battle the mysterious shadow creatures. They are attacking the whole town, especially the Avalanche members. Head outside and battle a group of them before you move on. They are quite strong against physical attacks, and use fire when you can. Head to the 7th heaven.
No escape. You're mine. That's that. This is stupid. Going in. There's no end to this. Need a light. Let's finish this. Let's do this.
can't even see them unless they make physical contact first.
That's all you can tell me?
I can tell you they're not.
More of them? We're running out of time.
Any other way?
Yeah, over here.
Again?
Are they trying to stop us from reaching the others? Cloud, this way. You've gotta be kidding me. It's like trying to fight a hurricane.
Stay on your feet.
You don't have to tell me that.
You have to defeat the Enigmatic Spectre, but first, you have to defeat the mysterious Spectres. For every Spectre you defeat, it will apply pressure to the Enigmatic Spectre, and when it says it's vulnerable, then do the most powerful attacks in your arsenal to the Enigmatic Spectre to stagger and then defeat it.
See ya.
There! Come on!
When you're done, I'll end this.
Be careful.
Bring it!
I said back off!
Time to burn. You're mine.
Bingo!
You're done.
The final thing to do in Chapter 4 is to head out to the train station. And this ends Chapter 4. See you in Chapter 5.
Screw them bitches.
Moving down under and slumming it's the latest fact. Maybe a slum cider for lunch. Bombs and stuff are scary.
So everyone knows about the bomb threat? Really?
More bombings might force people to stop taking the planet. That shipment ought to...
Cloud!
I heard they're running on an emergency schedule.
Can't wait any longer.
It's okay. I'm ready.
Alright, people. Mission starts the moment we board that train. You sure you ready for this?
If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more RPG and Final Fantasy walkthroughs, plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases to retro games. Thanks for watching.